What types of property ownership are available for foreign investors in Indonesia?
Under the Indonesian law, there is many type of the land title. First is freehold title or hak milik, but this is only a law for Indonesian citizen. And then for the foreign investor, the type of the land can be owned by the foreign investor is lease right, and then hak guna bangunan or right to build, and hak pakai or right to use.
How should a foreign investor choose between these different types of rights?
On the purpose of the foreigner, what the purpose they come to Indonesia, especially in Bali when they want to purchase the land. For example, if they want to have a business in Indonesia, run the business in Indonesia, so he can buy the land under PTPMA and buy the hak guna bangunan or right to build title. So the government will issue the land certificate called the HGB with the certain period, maximum is 30 years. But if the foreigner is only to have the property but he not live in Bali, so he can buy a lease right with enter agreement, lease agreement with the landowner. And in the expiration of the lease, the foreigner or PTPMA extend with the landowner in the lease right, but in the hak guna bangunan or right to build title, the PTPMA extend to the government.
Some agents say I must set up a company in Indonesia to buy a villa. Is it really needed?
Depends on the purpose of the foreigner. If they want to conduct the business in Indonesia, stay longer in Indonesia, living in Bali, so setting up a PMA is advisable. But if a foreigner just solely want to buy the villa for the investment, he not living in Bali. While he not living in Bali, he renting out the villa through the management company. PTPMA is not necessary for my legal perspective.
When buying property in Bali, is it registered directly under the buyer's name?
Under their name directly can be the lease, for the lease. But for hak guna bangunan, they must set up the company in Indonesia.
How long does a lease agreement last, and can it be extended?
Lease agreement depends on the agreement with the landowner. They can make it for 20 years, 25 years, something like that. The longest period is 25 years, but it can be extended.
Can the extension really be guaranteed, or can I lose my villa if the landowner changes their mind?
If stated in the notarial deed, 100% you can extend. In the agreement, we will cover the lessee have the priority right to extend. So the landowner will give you priority to extend when the lease right is expired. In the lease agreement also, you can determine the price for the extension will be subject to the market price at that time, or based on the market value 3 property agent in that area. So they can determine the price based on the average price in that area. Before you sign the agreement, the lease agreement, make sure that you also have agreement with the landowner that you have the priority right to extend.
Can leased property be inherited or passed on to heirs?
Actually, if the investor pass away, there is the property will automatically goes to the heirs. The investor can make a will at the notary in his country and stated who is the legal heirs of the foreigner. So based on this will, the notary in Indonesia will make the transfer of the lease right.
Are there any restrictions on how the purchased property can be used?
Once you have the lease right, once you have signed the document, you have a full right over the property. So you can do anything over the property. No restriction.
Are there any restrictions based on the land zoning categories in Bali?
My legal suggestion, for the foreigner who want to buy a property in Bali, they must conduct a legal due diligence before they enter agreement with the landowner or with the lessee, the current lessee. So the legal due diligence is to make sure that the land is in the correct zoning, and then also the land document is legally and there is no encumbrances over the land. Actually, Indonesia have many color zone of the land, but there is the main is green. This is for farming. You definitely cannot build over the land. The other is pink is for the tourism, and also the other is yellow for trade and service. If you want to build the hotel, you should in the pink area because it is the tourism. Sometimes in yellow, you can build a villa. So if the foreigner want to buy the property in Indonesia, we advise the foreigner to ask the document. For example, first is land certificate, and then the informasi tata ruang or spatial information, land building tax payment, and also the PBG or persetujuan bangunan gedung or building approval. In my experience, because sometimes the developer is just only give not correct the information. They just want to sell, right?
What happens if a developer builds in the wrong zone?
The project will not obtain the persetujuan bangunan gedung or PBG or building approval. So the building will not have the building license and also business license. Now the government is more strict, so the developer mostly will obtain the PBG before they build development. But before, if they buy the old villa, something like that, perhaps they don't have the PBG or building approval because many building doesn't have the building approval also.
I want to buy a property in Bali. What documents do I need? And does it change if I decide to rent it out later?
If you want to buy the property for your personal use, you make sure that the building have the building permit with the purpose of residential, and also the SLF, certificate like fungsi. But if you change your mind in the future, you want to rent it out the property in Delhi, you need to change the PBG from the residential to villa or pondok wisata, but it is only allowed for Indonesian citizen actually. So you can apply that license under the landowner.
How can a foreign investor protect themselves legally when buying property?
You can find a lawyer to conduct land due diligence and also a consultant, but you can also use the Tinora who will assist you to check the document before you buy the property in Bali.
Can the entire property purchase be done online, or do I have to come to Bali in person?
Yes, it is possible. You can do online, and also you can grant power of attorney to someone to represent you before the notary to sign the agreement. But the power of attorney need to be notarized in your country and do the apostille. 100% valid.
Is there any risk in giving someone power of attorney to sign on my behalf?
You can ask the draft of the agreement before you ask the representative who will sign the agreement before the notary. So you can check also the agreement.
Does buying property in Indonesia give me any visa or residency benefits?
Purchasing real estate is not automatically give you a resident permit.
What taxes do I have to pay when buying, selling, or renting out property in Indonesia?
If the investor buy the lease right, there is a tax 10% which should paid by the landowner or the person who received the money. After the investor own the lease right, they rent it out daily. The investor should pay the tax 10% local government. In the future, if the investor wants to transfer the lease right to third party, the tax rate is 20% if the foreigner doesn't have the tax ID in Indonesia. If you want to stay in Indonesia for a longer period living in Indonesia, we advise the investor to set up the company because they need a stay permit in Indonesia, legally stay permit. So this company will sponsor your stay permit and can also lease the property under the company's name.
What happens if the developer does not finish construction on time? What protection do I have?
It depends in what's stated in the agreement. How about the penalties article stated in the agreement? So usually in the agreement will stated that if the developer delay to property on time, they will get the penalty. But if still they cannot recover your money, you can go to the court. To enforce the investor right, they can hire a lawyer to represent the investor by sending a warning letter to the developer. Usually, the warning letter will send for the 3 times. If it is still not reached amicable settlement, you can go to the court.
What is your final advice as a lawyer? How can an investor buy property in Bali safely?
Before you purchase the property in Bali, we advise you to conduct legal due diligence by appointing a lawyer or a consulting company. And also you need to check the reputation of the developer. Or you can use the Tinora, who will assist you to check all the documents when you purchase the property in Bali.